Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to Gilded Gaming and Final Fantasy XIV. When last we left off, we defeated Nidhogg. And we're moving on into like a new chapter of Heavensward here, I think. 1 second, Death Shower turned down my audio here. Hey, Flame Minus, thanks for contributing to boosting the stream. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, Flame, thanks for the sub. 7 months. I think you have the longest sub streak or whatever. Sub chain? Sub streak? Sub. You got the most. All right. Let's see what Lord Hoshafon wants. When last we left off, like I said, we defeated Nidhogg. We I think there's some kind of unrest here in the city that we're gonna have to deal with. I think that's what they were saying. So let's see what happens with that. Ooh. Your pants. Quite a lot of extra defense. These don't say like you can't wear something with these, right? That's just nice. All right, cool. Item level 139. What do we have right now? Let's see. How do we compare? Yeah, it goes up 6 item levels. Not bad. 5 more strength, 1 more vitality. Quite a bit more determination, and then crit instead of skill speed. Cool beans. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Elheim. Yeah, you got in there. You slid right in there. Beg pardon, you traveled to Churning Mist together along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg Deg. The heretics pacified. Father and Sir Amric must know of this. Let us break the news of them together. I will bring Sir Amric to Fortemp Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Elheim. I shall await you there. Sweet. Sorry, we got our new title, Nidhogg Slayer. Can't beat that. Oh, 1 sec. Let me just close that. Pop it up on notifications. All right. We're going to the manor. What you up to tonight, Flame? You just dropped by to drop me a sub and some boosting bananas? Or are you gonna watch tonight? Get on in the manor.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
It's silently gives out. Yeah, so we have to listen to the whole story. Just like the montage of us telling the story.
The infamous Lady Iceheart here in Ishgard?
This is most unexpected.
This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
What are we gonna do?
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Yeah, he's like, no, we're not doing that.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
He's right. Check out Sir Emmerich's sword. That's a pretty awesome sword. Is that like a crystal sword?
Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
Yep. That's probably just the sheath, you think so? It looks awesome. We gotta get him to draw it.
Guard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
About to declare war on the church here. Whether you mean to or not. I love how Estinian's armor is just permanently dyed red now.
My lady, is it wise to let him go?
Oh my god, the Monado.
I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though
He is voiced by Alvis.
the realist, he
Wait, Alvis is Sir Emmerich?
It was that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve.
Oh my.
We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Oh my.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should...
Oops, sorry.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, What rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Oh.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Not that he won't kill his own flesh and blood, it'll slow him down.
Nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
So are they looking to make Emeric the new king, theoretically?
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
That's where this is headed. We're going to be replacing the church with the monarchy.
To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever.
Okay, Karanova.
He is only...
It'll probably be a little while.
There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you?
Her get-up's looking pretty good right now.
Reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Okay. So your assistance is most welcome. I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Alright. Equip that. I'm liking our current get up. We look pretty awesome, honestly. It's not a bad armor set. I know it's not like a set. It's like an amalgamation of like 2 leveling sets basically, but still it looks pretty good. And this like I don't know what to call it. Like this thing around our shoulders that we got from the dungeon looks pretty awesome. Am I dropping frames? Yes, I am dropping frames today. It is unfortunate. Don't know what's going on with my internet at the moment. It's not super bad, but it's bad enough that I'm sure it's noticeable. Oh, also, if you haven't already voted in the poll, it just got posted in the chat. Make sure to vote in it. Right now, I believe Bravely Default is up by 2 votes. Is that right? Let me check. But right now, the game we play after, the game we're going to play after Final Fantasy VIII, if the poll doesn't change, will be Bravely Default. We'll see how that goes. I will be right back, guys. I hate to do this right away, but Desshire is really feeling the after effects of the second shot for the COVID-19 vaccine. She's been down sick all day with side effects, basically. Hopefully they only last like 24 hours, but for today she needs some help. So I will be right back, guys, and hopefully we can just steamroll through a bunch of quests as soon as I get back. Give me a couple minutes. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We still dropping frames? Maybe. Yeah. I wonder if I should turn the bitrate down or something today. To stop it dropping the frame. I don't know. Thanks, Karanova. Alright. Nothing, and then money. Okay. Always 2 quests, like, per piece of armor, because there's so many different classes. Alright. How are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with the army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You don't know much about Bravely Default's gameplay, but it has some of your favorite music. Okay, well, it's winning the poll right now, so I may be playing it next week, you know? You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortemp and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may still yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Amaric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Elheim reach out to them. As the Temple Knight and sworn servant to the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the 2 of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks, Justinian. Will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait outside while the highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise, Elheim. We should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Right. What's accepted? The Holy See of Ishgard, the Pillars. Pillars. Alright. Whoa, what do you got here? Hello. Oh, Aether Current in the town? Where's this Aether Current for? We recently held a ceremony to honor the passing of Sir Choldbank III, son of House Helnart. But I was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from the Camp Cloudtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, mind you. Oh, maybe this is for Camp Cloudtop then. But at the very least, I expected to see Entremont or perhaps Lady Lynette in attendance. I'm sure she had her reasons for not attending, but Entremont is a dear friend of mine, and I know how he cared for Sir Choldbank. They worked quite closely together for many years, down to the very end. Which is why I want you to present this to him, the battle standard raised during the ceremony. I am certain he would have attended if he could, and at the very least, I should think he would appreciate a memento from the ceremony. It must be for Camp Cloudtop. Interesting. But if we check our thing here, there's 3 more zones that we don't really know about, right? We can fly in 3 places now. One of them is probably going to be Cloudtop, but then there's 2 more. Very cool, very cool. Alright, Forgotten Knight. I'm fine with Bravely Default. If we play Bravely Default, then I'll probably play Bravely Default 2 as soon as it comes. It's supposed to come out at the end of the month, right? Although I believe, okay, there's another Bravely Default, right? There's Bravely Default, and then there's like Bravely Default Second something, Bravely Second, and now there's going to be Bravely Default 2. Where does Bravely Second or whatever fall? Is it a sequel to Bravely Default? Is it a side story? Like, what is it? Hey, Ethos, thanks for donating to boost the stream. I'm wondering if I should play Bravely Second before I play Bravely Default 2. You know? Elheim, Alphino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gilbron and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? We're telling him. You're not serious. What's Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be very much use. The only thing I can say with certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker, if ever I heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us make inquiries below. I'm just checking the stream. Yeah, we're dropping like a solid like 14 to 15% of the frames. It sucks. Hey, Nova, how's it going? Okay. There you go. Question people of the broom. Is it messing up the audio too, or just like the video? Audio is fine. Yeah, maybe I should. Like I said, maybe I should turn down the bitrate today. I don't know what's going on. My internet's doing fine. It must just be my connection to Twitch, I guess. What's that? Speak up. I can't hear you as well as I used to. Maybe I should try and make it switch to a different one of Twitch's servers. I don't know a god's damn thing about the Mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Thanks for contributing to boosting the stream, Karanova. A mongrel? I'm not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Alphino and Alize looked pretty awesome in that trailer you guys sent me for the new expansion. You have over 20k. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries should not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it's good to know that Tataru's ears are sharp as ever. Alright, yeah, look at these upgrades. Nice. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the broom, why not go and see if Gilbrant knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Makes sense. Go back up to the bar. Dang it. Stop dropping frames. Not listening to me. Oh well. People long for their sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Elheim. That's what my customers expect, and if they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by the highborn and lowborn alike. What if he's the mongrel? The least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So it happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Okay, there. Level 57 dungeon gets old after a few chops. Okay. Which one's the level 57 dungeon? The one we did last week? Oh, the next one. Gotcha. So you're Gilbron's arrogant girl. Good God. Oh, good. How's he doing? Same as always, right? Right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Okay. You like it a lot. If we do a good stopping point tonight, I might switch over and play some Zelda too. We finished Link to the Past yesterday. We can start Link's Awakening. Well, you going to hand them over or not? Here you go. I just ought to do. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men, like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Oh. I mean, now our armor kind of matches, but we lost our cool little shoulder thing. Sad face. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hirthia, here's her name. She resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble's house or another, I forget. Anyway, it'd be a shame she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Is she the mongrel? There. Yes, I'm here to beg your pardon. Do I know you, miss? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. Must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. Got a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. Those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. It was not more than infatuation what she felt. But she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, God's the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that is what that it was with a cure made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. So is this why he's the Mongol, maybe? Possibly. Possibly. You guys around for Final Fantasy VIII last night? Like, what even is Final Fantasy VIII's story, man? Like, I'm so confused by that story. Like, I'm not really confused. I understand what's going on. I just, like, I don't like its story. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant and then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who lived through it, though. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom, a man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Gameplay is good, but the story needs work. I think the gameplay has some very good concepts, but it's so horribly broken, I can't really say the gameplay is good either. It's like so ridiculously easy to break that game. Not even trying that hard. I love the systems. I like how they all intermix. I just feel like it maybe needed some more, you know, balancing or TLC or something. Oh, his blessings upon you, miss. Gift for me. This scent, how reminiscent of wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. It was that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, and even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. We keep going to someone and going back to go Bronx. Going to someone to go back to go Bronx. She was a remarkable woman, Elheim. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Elheim. We can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Back to the starveling, huh? There she is. Still looking for your mongrel. Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around. You know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for the mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. I'm afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? I mean, that would have been nice if you would just tell us because we asked nicely. So willing to try and get some of the AR primal mounts today? You guys want to do that? Sure. I don't mind. What does that actually entail for me? Like, if it's a, like, what am I just gonna be being carried through it? I mean, what do I do? Are we actually going to try and do the EX fights? Have you made any progress, Elheim? I'm telling you guys. So, our mongrel was born of an Elzen nobleman and a Purian maidservant. Granted, there's no location, but it's far more information than we had before. Yes, now that our striking features are known to us, mayhap we only need to remain vigilant. Be carried by level 80 player in an extreme trial. So really, I just need to show up and wait, more or less. We can do that if you want. I was considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Elheim. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Yeah, right now there's nothing I could really do to help. I'd be there, right? I guess that's the only thing right now is just like, I'm leveling this character all the way to max. So, I mean, I don't know if there's really a rush to do these things that are going to require like a level 80 to carry me through them. But you cast your gaze over the street below. You see no sign of Tataru. That's no good. She must be around here somewhere. I think you had no luck either. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget I said anything. And you're missing most of the scions, like most of this expansion, huh? Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Elheim, after them. I'm sorry about all the drop frames today, guys.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Yeah, you don't come off as highborn at all, Afino.
Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Mongrel, I presume. Oh, hello.
Hilda!
Hilda.
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
That was a good Final Fantasy name.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? Forgotten Knights, eh? Oop. Alright guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the stream real quick, and I'm going to try switching to a different server with Twitch and see if that helps with the whole dropping 20% of our frames thing, yeah? I'll be right back.